are going straight to the session number 3, dedicated to consumer tech. Consumer tech, and we have 2 contestants here. And the first startup, the name of the company is called 120.tv, and the company is founded in 2020. Please welcome on stage A.O. Nathan, Patrick Brown, and Pavel Kogan.
Hello, we are 120 TV, the world's first social TV. People today are missing the opportunity to get together like we did in our childhood. And of course, we got COVID-19 preventing us from doing it. What is 120 TV? Our goal is to get people together by means of a virtual living room where people can meet together and watch videos as if they were in a real living room. We have a superior in-house developed technology for sharing video streams with anyone on a virtual living room. We stand out because we have a one-click interface. We have a focus on video sharing, and because our architecture is distributed, allowing us to scale almost infinitely with minimum resources. Our business model is freemium-based. How does it work? You install the app, you select the channel, a stream that you want to share, you click on it, then it's going online on a virtual living room, and your friends can join and watch together with you and interact. This is a short demo of one-click social TV. You just select the channel, the VLR is opening, and everybody can join from any device and watch together with you. This is another demo showing how easy it is to share your camera with 120 TV and to actually to become a broadcaster. You just click on my camera, the channel is opening, and everybody can join with video and interact with you. Our early tractions are quite promising. We're a young company, so but it's just the beginning. This is the roadmap of our development plan. We also plan to go on metaverse on the later stage. This is our TV app, which is already in development. It's coming soon. The market potential is huge. The video market is forecasted to reach almost $1 trillion by 2028. How big can we grow? Well, with your help, we can be big enough to play along with the big guys, not to compete. The investment we hope to get from you will be used mainly for development and for marketing. I'm Eyal Natan. I'm the founder. Come here.
Mike, I'm Patrick Brown, co-founder and investor.
I'm Pavel Kogan, co-founder and investor.
Do you have any questions?
I'm sure there are.
Just to add that what we are doing now is actually sharing a channel on our social platform. So we have a channel that you're all participating in. And we have viewers also that joined us, and they see together. This is our virtual living room that we are all participating in, including the people that are in. I mean, maybe we can show to the camera, but yeah, it's just a small.
You
screen.
can download the app and watch it by yourself. You know, it's on iOS, on Android. Other questions?
How you solve the licensing problem? For example, if I'm watching football as a new example, and I want to share with the friends in US or somewhere else, but they do not have the license for translating.
It's quite a simple mechanism. If we've asked our counsel to give his opinion on this. If a complainant, somebody says owns that content, comes to us, there's a mechanism that it goes through. They come to us, they make their complaint, we go to the person who's broadcasting that, we show them that complaint, and if they either don't comply with, if we find that the complaint's valid, we then ask them to cease and desist. What I would argue is that there's going to be many people doing this. Previously, we've had it with YouTube, we've had it with other content platforms.
Basically, we do not encourage any kind of content right breaching. We encourage original content, like, for instance, a young artist that wants to perform, some people that just wants to give lecture. In the near future, people will be able to put a price on their room, so people would pay like 10 cents just to watch the video, or with tokens, as we plan to do it. So, and in general, everybody can watch in his living room the football match with his friends, so it's legal. So if it's a virtual living room, you can also invite 2 friends and watch together with them your match.
Sorry, can I just add? So, for example, if my daughter buys Frozen online, how big, what's the limit of her friends online she can watch it with before it became a breach of the rights?
Yeah. Okay, look, I am not a lawyer, so I cannot comment on this. I mean, I guess a reasonable number of friends is normal. Basically, the platform allows up to 4,000 people to be in a room in the same time. So, of course, this is not acceptable in these cases. So that's why Patrick said that we'll have our own enforcement in place. We're already building the tools for this.
I mean, really, look, this is really aimed at alternative content. What's coming with the youngsters today, and we believe that, you know, if you can get one girl, an 18-year-old, that makes up her hair and her makeup and perfume, and gets 28 million views, that's more than double the amount of the biggest grossing TV shows in the UK. So that's the content we're after.
Actually, one of our biggest customers at the moment is having a football academy, and he's training kids, and they just open the camera and broadcast to all the parents the football match. Of course, it's legal. The more the merrier. Sorry. Other questions?
Hi, this is Karina from North Sloan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Maria.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for the presentation. I have a couple of questions. How do you differentiate yourself from existing players out there? What problem do you solve, and who is exactly your target customer? You have elaborated a little bit now, but I don't quite understand where is your niche and what kind of problem are you actually solving today?
Okay, so you know, Facebook Live, for instance, is a platform where you can start your camera and share your live stream now, but it's not in an interactive platform. Facebook Live is me sending to you my video. You can interact by giving me likes or to write some text messages. Our platform is fully interactive, so everybody can be with video, audio, and of course with chat and emoticons, and soon audio emoticons, etc. Moreover, we are on our roadmap. We are planning to open the app for open source, as an open source, to allow developers to develop their own conference, their own living room. So everybody can develop their own avatars, their own environment, and upload it into their own profile. And basically, you can host people in your own living room. So this is more like into a social experience and into a social video sharing experience. We are not like a Zoom or a Google Meet, which are only for video conferencing. You can try to share video on Google Meet. I tried, didn't like it. Our platform is much better.
How are you going to curate the content, moderate it? If you're going to be live and there are 4,000 people in the room, is there any mechanism that you have already in place, or it's still in development?
Still in development. We are building a strong monitoring system that will show us what is shared by whom, how many users, etc. in real time, and will raise a flag when something which is being flagged as inappropriate is being shared. It's not only about content rights, it's about violence, hate speech, etc., etc.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself. Thank you.
Welcome.
Any more?
Hi, I just downloaded your platform, and I wanted to watch the room, but it's asking for my mobile number, and I was wondering how that fits into your model.
Well, our model or our roadmap basically calls for developing a social network. So the way to develop a social network is first to understand who are the people that are online, who are the people that you are in touch with, like WhatsApp is doing, and WhatsApp and Viber and all other messaging apps. And by that, allowing people to get notified when their friends are online, to follow specific friends, etc. So that's why we require the telephone number so people can identify. This is one reason. The other reason is for enforcement. I mean, if people are abusing the platform, so we can be able to block them and not to allow fake users to join. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the second contestant to this third session for the consumer tech is called YBrush. It's coming from France, founded in 2017, and the founder's name is Benjamin Cohen. We will see now online video.
Hi everybody, my name is Benjamin Cohen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of YBrush, which is a company that I created 4 years ago and now with a team of 30 people. When we looked at the market, we understood an incredible paradox. We have used for more than 70 years devices that make our lives easier, like washing machines, dishwashers robots, kitchen robots. In fact, they all automate what we used to do before, but with our hands. But for the toothbrushing, there is no more day-to-day tasks than that, and we have seen no automation for that. More than that, we are stuck in the same toothbrushing concept in the Middle Ages, since we brush our teeth side by side, tooth by tooth, one after the other. And the last evolution is the electric toothbrush, which has been invented 70 years ago, but which brings almost nothing better because it's still based on the same concept. And for the population, this is still a chore. For example, the average brushing time is 50 seconds, which is far away from the 2 minutes recommended by the dentists. Then we absolutely needed to shake this market. And we did what no one had done before. We launched on the market an automated toothbrush at the beginning of the COVID pandemics, and we get an annual revenue of 2.2 million euros in less than 24 months. In fact, we managed to do that because we were the first team to crack a big technical lock, which is how to be able to put 35,000 of nylon filaments, as you can see here, able to vibrate on a flexible mouthpiece industrially. And we got a unique concept of automated toothbrush, which has been clinically proven and developed with dentists. It has been designed to win all consumers because it covers all the jaw shapes with 2 standard sizes, one for the kids, one for the adults, and it's effective in 10 seconds by brushing all the teeth at once instead of brushing the teeth one by one. As a result of that, we built the hugest anti-barrier in this market. No other industrial technologies are able to manufacture a flexible toothbrush. It means we own the only production line able to manufacture this kind of technology, and it is in our factory, and it's of course fully specific. Then we have built a reference brand in oral care. Unlike big brands who try to make you brush your teeth for 2 minutes, we make sure you don't have to brush your teeth for 2 minutes, and then you get a better brushing. We offer to our 60,000 users this technology and other innovative accessories based on subscriptions, like many references of toothpaste, flossing, you can find off y-brush.com. And we have opened in this last month in France the first 5 top retailers of high-tech products, and we are expanding at this time in Europe, online and offline. To conclude, we are closing at this time a 7 million Series A to keep investing on product R&D and to grow more and more through distributors and internationally. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. We are opening now the Q&A session. We have here with us Benjamin online, so please ask your questions.
Hi. What is your go-to-market strategy? I mean, how do you get to those consumers? I mean, you reach pretty nice number. What did you do and what are you planning to do in order to increase the number of consumers?
Hi. So in France, we managed to do that by starting with D2C. So we started on our website, y-brush.com. Then we added Amazon 1 year ago, and we added the main retailers of, in fact, we target the retailers where you can find toothbrushes, electric toothbrushes. For example, in France, you can find them on Fnac Darty, Boulanger. It's the same as Best Buy in the US. You can find toothbrushes in pharmacies. And these are the two main kind of retailers. And our strategy is to duplicate this model. Of course, we adapt the model depending on the culture of the country. But for the other countries, for example, in Italy, we are doing at this time the same. We have started online, and at this time we're expanding in some stores to go on the offline markets. And for the marketing part, we have a 360 marketing strategy. So we use social networks, we use influencers, pay ads, PR, etc., etc. And with that, we get a very good combo. For example, last year we had a ROI of 7. I mean, by investing €1, we got 7 euros in terms of sales. And we, of course, the model is to keep this kind of strategy for other countries.
Do you know what is the profile of the consumer that is taking this strange thing and trust it enough to try it?
Yes. In fact, we target the people who don't like to brush their teeth or who don't brush their teeth right. So it means perhaps 90% of the population. But if we check the profiles, it's mainly people, active people, so over 30, for themselves or parents for their children. Mainly these two kind of people. The price is quite expensive for an electric toothbrush. Usually it's around 100 euros. So it means we usually target people who like the technologies, like to buy the latest iPhone or the latest smartphone. And with that, we get a very interesting revenue and how to say that, insights.
Do we have any other questions?
Hi, yes. So, can you talk? Great story. Can you talk a little bit about your R&D process and what learnings you've had? We obviously got a product which needs to deal with different mouth shapes, different teeth sets. What have you learned? How many people have been dissatisfied? How far are you on that journey? That's question number one. Secondly, can you talk a little bit about partnerships with dentists who I know work with other manufacturers? Have any come to you and said, and are you working with them actively?
Okay. So for the R&D part, as you said, in fact there were two main challenges. The first one was to find a mouthpiece able to adapt to fit with a lot of jaws, and for that we decided to manufacture a mouthpiece which is very flexible, like that. So with that we are able to fit with more than 98% of the kind of jaws. And the second part of the R&D, which were a challenge, was to stick nylon bristles on something which is very flexible, because on the toothbrushes there is a norm which says when if you pull a bristle, it has to be very difficult to remove it, and this is very complicated because we deal with very flexible material, and this is complicated because when it's flexible, usually when you pull, it deforms, and then usually it stays in the hand. So we had to develop a very specific industrial process to manufacture the toothbrush. So that's why we're the only company in the world with this kind of Y or U brush with nylon bristles and flexible mouths. Regarding your second question, we work with dentists at this time, but it depends on the countries. In some countries, the dentists are not allowed to resell products. For example, in France, the dentists are not allowed to resell products. In the US, it's different because they are able to do that. In France, we have a special program for dentists in which we accompany them to use the product, to try the product at the beginning, and then we give them marketing materials like leaflets. It's many leaflets for the patients, and with that they can prescribe the product to their patients. In other countries, we're working at another model where the dentists are distributors, resellers for us.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Benjamin. So this is the end of the third session. Thank you to all the participants and to the jury. Please don't forget to submit your evaluations before the awarding ceremony. The ceremony will start on the main stage today at 6:45. So have this in mind. And with the end of this session, I would like to thank you all for me to be moderator on these first three sessions. And now I will give the floor to the next moderator for the next sessions, Tom Santorelli.